word of mouth is still everything.
Yeah.
Still everything.
It's
Advertising
good to touch
on
people.
social media is good for the younger generation.
Yeah.
But you got to remember our older generation not on social media. So you still got to get out there. You got to hand out those business cards. You got to hand out those flyers. You still got to network. You got to let them know why. I'm in the airport, sitting next to a doctor on a first class flight coming back home just recently. And he asked me for my business card. Why? Because we sitting there talking, just intellectual.
Okay.
So you just never know who you're going to run into. He said, hey, my CPA soon retire. I might need you. I'm a doctor here in a pediatrician over here in hospital.
Yeah.
So you just never know who you're going to run into. So still network outside of social media. It's very important.
Hey, what the name of this show?
I Talk Great.
I Talk Great.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I Talk Great. Well, we talk about the gray areas of business because it's never just black and white. We are back. How we doing, Queen? Bria Harris back in the building.
I'm back.
She
One
is
tax
back.
boss.
Impress Tax Services in the building. How you doing?
I am doing amazing. Thank you so much for having me back.
Of course, I got to. We went viral.
Yes, we did. A lot of people also think because you get a refund that's the best time of the year. Real money does not get refund. What, 1.2, 1.3 million views?
1.1 million views right now.
1.1 million views right now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They mad at you.
They mad at me. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they was
What they mad at me for?
I don't know. Hold on. I got to. Real money doesn't get refund.
All righty. I know a lot of people. I seen some of the comments.
They
Some
was going
were, she's right. Some were, oh, why did she use white billionaires instead of black billionaires examples? Because there is black billionaires.
Yeah.
Then I got some people who say, oh, well, that's ignorant because, refunds do come with people who got money. So I kind of want to clear up a few things on that real quick.
Yes.
Try to touch on that. So when I mean real money doesn't get a refund, meaning if you hit a different tax bracket, you're no longer looking at getting refundable credits. Okay. So you're looking at more of your CPA or your tax professional getting you tax breaks. It's a difference. Okay.
Tax breaks.
And then, tax breaks. Okay. Because if I'm getting a certain level of money, I know I'm not getting money back. So now I want to come to you for guidance because now I'm looking at you to get me to save money. So now I'm looking at possibly, just to give you an example, if I owe $30,000 at the end of the year, how can you get me to where I only owe 12? What, tax credit deductions and things of that nature. So I think a lot of people took that a little wrong, but not necessarily understanding the just behind it.
Yeah.
So when people with money do get refunds, what they do is, a lot of my clients, including myself, when you make a certain type of money, we do estimated quarterly payments. So
that was a flex right there, if y'all didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Including myself.
Yes, including myself. Right, yes, including myself. We do estimated quarterly payments.
Yeah.
And what an estimated quarterly payment is, you take that every 3 months, 4 quarters, and you estimate how much you may owe at the end of the year. So you can underpay or you can overpay. That's what happened in some of the comments. People say, oh, I seen Tyler Perry get $9 million back because he overpaid on his estimated taxes. And once you overpay and you balance out your taxes at the end of the year, say, for instance, if I paid $1.5 million, right? But when I did my taxes, we finished our books, finished everything, I only really supposed to only have paid $850,000. So now the IRS has to refund me the difference of what I paid. So it's not a refund.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people misunderstood and just ran with it. And they just wanted to know, oh, well, no. Because real money still don't get refund. You understand what I'm saying?
We want our refund, like people, but I think it's a mindset.
It's a mindset
because
to keep you in low poverty.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't
if you're not
realize
in that field, you're not gonna know. Because even when you said it, I'm not even gonna front. You threw me off. I was like, real money? What you mean? Like my money is real? But I get what you're saying now. Because when you look at people have been using it. Like I forgot what they call it on TikTok. Like I guess as a remix, and people was making fun of when I was like, really? Because I was lost. You know what I'm saying? You went over the baldy. You know what I'm saying? For a second, I didn't know what the hell you was talking about. I was like, real money? Like, what is you got to break that down for us. Yeah. Okay, so you said tax brackets, right? Are there different types of tax brackets, and how do you know which one you fall under?
Yeah, so it's different types of tax brackets. Of course, you have your people who are considered low income, right?
Okay.
So what the IRS system does is they come up with different numbers and different figures every year to say what low income is supposed to be if you're single with 1 child, 2 child, and 3 children.
Okay.
A lot of people say, oh, okay, well, you know, what if you have 6 kids? It doesn't matter because you can only get earned income credit and child tax credit for the first 3. Okay? So somebody else in the comments was talking about, no, that's a lie. There was no tax law passed. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
We're gonna leave that alone. But anyway, so it's different tax brackets, and you got your middle class, and then you have your persons that's considered high class. So those high class individuals are people who probably make $250,000 or better a year.
Okay.
Your middle class folks are the people that make the average or anywhere between 60 to, of course, you know, your 6 figures, which is a little over 100.
Yeah.
And your low income people who are considered being low income, which is under 36,000.
Oh, okay. So which people do you more like cater to with the Impress tax services?
I have all clients.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
I have all clients. Majority middle class. Of course, low income. And yes, I do have people who make 80, 100,000 who still get a refund back because they take the correct amount of taxes out. Might not be a big refund, but they still may get a little something back just depending on how the taxes is taken out. But yeah, I deal with all classes.
Okay. So we know you ain't getting no refund back this year.
No, I didn't get no refund back this year.
She ain't get no refund back.
No,
So
we don't get no refund back.
We don't. Okay. Oh yeah, we just went straight in. But before we do that, we got to give some like levels of acknowledgement because I see you on the gram flexing, doing your thing. You just purchased a home.
Yes, I did.
Congratulations, homeowner. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Tell us about that process.
Not easy. A lot of people think buying a home, I don't care if you are employed or self-employed, is easy. It isn't. It's a process. A lot to go through with it, you know.
You dropped some bags on that, I saw. Like, I ain't going to put it all out there. You know, we want to keep you safe.
We're going to keep me safe. Yes, I did.
Well, we saw you drop some bags on that crib.
Yes, we did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
But it can be done. Self-employed, you know, a lot of people say, oh, it's hard to do it on self-employed. Not really. Just got to have the money and the paperwork, the paper trail. So that way the underwriting on the mortgage team can, you know, do what they got to do.
Facts.
It's achievable.
So I heard you say self-employed, right? So would you consider yourself self-employed or an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
So you could disappear from your business for 3 months and it'll still run without you?
Yes, it will.
Damn, she flexing today. we gotta drop it. She said, yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
So she's an entrepreneur, y'all. She's not just self-employed. Because I saw a post about that. It was a guy, he was saying it's the difference between being an entrepreneur and being self-employed.
It is.
If you could be away from your business for more than 6 months and it runs without you, that's how you know you're a real entrepreneur. And most people are just really self-employed.
Yes. It's a big difference.
Okay.
Big difference.
All right. Okay. So she got her crib doing that thing. We got another announcement I saw. You are engaged now. She off the market, fellas.
Was.
What?
Keep it as short
Come
and
on,
sweet.
dog.
Hold on. I saw the picture. He out there. Yeah, I saw a lobster. I saw enough thing there. You know, I was like, damn, I was about to jump in the DM. I can't even jump in there. What happened already?
Short story, because I'm very private.
Yes, of course. Yes.
We just realized that we're not compatible for each other, and maybe that step wasn't needed right now. Not saying it couldn't be in the future.
Okay.
But as of right now, no. I'm officially single.
Okay. Hey, she back on the market, y'all.
Single.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just focused on my career.
All right. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, don't get, caught up. I see people spend 30, 40 bands on a wedding, get all caught up in
I'm glad we realized before that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, in the heat of the moment, it sounds good. And then sometimes you just realize that, hey.
Yeah. Because it looked good on the gram.
It did. It really looked good.
I was like,
there's no more ring, you guys.
I just thought you didn't want to wear it. You got your nails done. You came up, done up today. You know what I'm saying? She done up nice.
No, like ring was a $10,000 engagement ring. Why would I not want to flex it?
Wow. Did you keep it or you give it back?
Oh, no, I got it.
Oh, she said I got it. Okay.
No, I got it.
All right. She's keeping it for insurance purposes.
Yes.
I feel you. Okay. But I can still ask you this question, though,
Sure.
because you're a mom.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're a business owner. So how do you find in time to, like, balance everything?
Okay. So, to be honest with you, when my boys turned 8 and 9, I did ask my kids' dad to let them stay with him full time. And then they come to me on summers and holiday breaks. And then, of course, if I want to get them, they're nothing but in Orlando.
Okay.
And I wanted to take some time to focus on my career.
Yeah.
So he gave me that space to be able to do so. So it balances out because my busiest time in the first 6 months of the year, I can really focus.
Yeah.
While he handles all the homework and make sure the kids get back and forth to school and, different things of that nature.
Okay,
And
go ahead, Dad.
I do my thing. So it balances now. And
Yeah.
beforehand, oh gosh.
It was hectic.
It was hectic. Going to school, trying to finish your bachelor's, trying to, start your own company,
Yeah.
working for somebody else. We went into details beforehand on how that worked and how I ended up here. But it was a lot. So it gives me a little bit more focus. So I'm
Okay.
excited.
Well, you got a good dad. Sorry, not a good dad, but a good, I don't want to say baby daddy, but.
Children's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a better term.
Because it's a difference between baby daddy and father.
Yeah. Because I feel like the baby daddy is the one that don't help out.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. No, my kid's dad, it wasn't so peachy in the beginning when we first broke up.
Yeah.
But over the years, we learned to develop an excellent relationship because,
Good
I think a
co-parenting.
lot of women, they got to remember that even though what happened between you and him was you and him, not the kids. So
Can we get up on that?
if the man still want to be there, let the woman, women,
Let the man be
women,
there.
let the man be there. Child support and stuff is not necessary unless you have to do so.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it if you need to, but if you got somebody that's willing to compromise with you, like my kid's dad was, again, in the beginning it wasn't.
It wasn't all, peaches and cream.
Yeah, it wasn't peaches and cream, but
That's so excellent that you said that
it's good.
because
Yeah, because women did hear from a woman. It's gonna be
Yes.
it's gonna be some people on Instagram and TikTok mad at me again.
we about to go viral again.
But it's the truth. As women, we gotta learn to separate our emotions. See, we don't do that. What he did to me is not what he did to them.
Yo, we clapping it up today. Like,
So, I'm okay with that. As long as he keeps that okay, I'm okay with it.
man, I'm about to send my baby mamas your phone number.
I'm just a real one. And it takes a level of maturity to realize that. Because you got to remember when I was 18, I was 19, 20 when I had my kids.
Oh, you was
So,
young.
right, I was
Okay.
young. So at the end of the day, 19 and 20, you don't know everything. But as you get
facts.
older and you start realizing, okay, well, if I do it like this, I'm not getting no, well, if I do it like this, I get more of a, so you start realizing. So I just learned to realize, don't fight them, join them.
No, you're right. You would think it's supposed to be like that, but man, from my end, we can stay here for another 5 hours, but I ain't gonna hold you up with that. Because they in their late 30s, 40s and still tripping. I'm like, yo, and my kid's grown.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why y'all bugging? Like, I was like 19. Like, what the hell? So speaking of that, because, you said you're single, she back outside. If you was in a situation where you were married, right, and living in the home, would you want to go 50-50 like what Gabrielle Union was talking about, how she goes 50-50 with Dwayne Wade?
Yeah. I wouldn't
Really?
mind. I think we're in a day and age where you got to remember most of us women, no offense to you guys men, but it's statistically proven, we outdid you guys. We make more money. We're more educated.
She said, I went to school.
We got our shit together. Let's just keep it real. So, most men now are looking for women to take care of them because they don't have it. They don't got it no more. They don't have it. So, so it just depends on what is comfortable with you guys too. But I'm cool with that 50-50. You know what I mean? Say if he comes in and he says,
she said, I'm cool with that.
yeah, because I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, everything, maybe you say, okay, babe, I'll handle all the bills in the house. You buy the groceries and the toiletry. Whatever, It don't matter. Or he can say, babe, hey, I'm going to pay all the bills and you sit back. It don't make a difference, but I'm cool with 50-50. A lot of people, trip on certain stuff, but it's okay. What's wrong with, as women, again, they're going to hate me again. What's wrong with showing a man we appreciate them too? Why it's always got to be them showing us? What's wrong with us buying them a gift or, flying them out or
Valentine's
doing some
Day
of the
is not
things
just for
that,
women.
Yeah, like do it. Well, no. Hold on. Now hold tight because y'all got Sweeties Day now. You went a little too far, I know. But we're going to let you slide with that one. But
okay, we pulling it back.
Seriously, as women, we gotta, we gotta do better and treat our men like kings too. Get them something to come home to. They don't want to hear nagging all the time. Yes, we gonna, as strong when we're gonna do what we're gonna do. But get a man something to appreciate too. If you in the mall and you buy something for yourself, buy something for him too.
Okay.
Reciprocate the energy as women and stop thinking in this old school 1950 mindset. We're not 1950s no more. We're in 2023. Well, again, like I said, women are more independent than anything. But of course, as women, we gotta learn how to be submissive, even if we're independent.
No,
still make the man feel like a man. Still let him lead the household, whether you're the breadwinner or not. But yeah, I agree with Gabrielle. 50-50 is no wrong with that.
Okay. Hey, I heard it here. The Empress attack. That's it. So I saw you had a pop-up shop too.
Yes.
Congrats on that. How was the turnout on that?
Oh, the pop-up shop was amazing. It was for Women's History Month.
Okay.
We had a lot of people, we talking real estate, we're talking chefs, we're talking women who, nail techs and different business clothing, we had one lady who just started her kind of like a workout line, different things in that nature. So it was very good because it's an opportunity to get to meet and greet other people. Yeah. And it's an opportunity to, talk to a CPA too. Because a lot of people, when they go in business, they don't want to talk to nobody financial.
No,
they just think they're supposed to just go in business and that's just how it works, but they don't never
scared,
want to talk to nobody. Yeah, so.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, it's a good way. But it turned out very good.
No, I'm so happy that it turned out good for you because we need to step outside of social media. Yeah. So I want to ask you, how important is networking outside social media is for you? Okay.
I could post all day on social media.
Yeah.
Do I get clients from social media? Of course I get clients from social media. I got clients even off of me going viral on TikTok. Just with this podcast that we did, right?
Hey.
But word of mouth is still everything.
Yeah.
Still everything. So advertising on social media is good, but if I can't go and have somebody vouch for you,
yeah,
I don't want to deal with you.
Facts.
Think about it. 9 times out of 10, if I come to you right now and I say, "Hey, what did you use as a chef?" and you say, "Chef Brian," to give you an example, and I say, "Why you use Chef Brian?" "Oh, Chef Brian, he's punctual. His food is good. He's gonna give you service. His presentation, everything is amazing."
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to say, "Oh, okay. All right. Well, you got a good experience. Then majority of the time, I'm going to have a good experience, right?" But if I go with somebody who maybe I Googled, food might not be as good, right?
Yeah, no, facts.
So, advertising on social media is good for the younger generation.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, our older generation not on social media. So you still got to get out there. You got to hand out those business cards. You got to hand out those flyers. You still got to network. You got to let them know why. I'm in the airport, sitting next to a doctor on a first class flight coming back home just recently. And he asked me for my business card. Why? Because we sitting there talking just intellectual. Okay. So you just never know who you're going to run into. He said, "Hey, my CPA soon retire. I might need you. I'm a doctor here in pediatrician over here in hospital."
Yeah.
So you just never know who you're going to run into. So still network outside of social media. It's very important.
Okay. Y'all heard it here first. You heard what she said. Yeah. Can't just rely on social media because if they take it all down, what are you going to do?
What's going to happen? We got to go back to the old school way. Remember back in the day, we had to look in the phone book.
Exactly. The yellow pages.
The yellow pages. And the white pages for somebody's number.
Exactly.
Trying to figure out something. And people got to remember when we had business back then, before we had TV and commercials and things of that nature, how did people end up spending money with you? Word of mouth.
No, exactly. That means so much.
Even when we used to trade back in the day before money system even came in, if I had 2 chickens and you gave me 2 hens or whatever the case might be, right? How did you know about my 2 chickens? Somebody came and said something to you.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. No, you're right.
Gotta have it.
So that leads me to my next question, right? Why do we pay taxes?
Oh gosh. All righty. So, all right. We pay taxes. It's funny because I'm going to kind of explain. It's going to go into a couple of your questions that I know you have for me already, so I'm going to kind of break it down. Right?
Okay.
All right. So we pay taxes because we have world to live in, right? People got to get paid. Certain individuals got to do stuff. We got to have new roles. We got to have new this. We got to have new that. So what the government does is allow us to pay taxes to be able to do those luxury things that we have in the world. So it's like a revolving door. So they're using our money to fund other things to make sure things get right through the year and different things in that nature. So that's pretty much why we pay taxes.
But
I'm going to break it down a little bit more detail when we get to the next question that you're going to have for me.
Okay. So are there any expenses that a person with a W-2 can write off?
Well, besides
what can
maybe
W-2 people write off?
Besides maybe gas, mileage.
Gas, okay.
And if they require you to buy your own uniforms out of pocket.
Really? So you can write off the uniform them?
Yeah. Because you got some jobs who say, okay, you got to buy your shoes for cruise and your pants or whatever beforehand. So those are, taxable write-offs.
All right. Because I was looking at some information and I was seeing that the tax codes are really created for like entrepreneurs.
It really is. It really is.
So us W-2 workers.
Really technically no, but you can get away with
certain things. Okay. So is there a difference between a W-2 and a 1099 when it comes to taxes?
Yes, it is. So
she's going to break it down for us.
I'm going to break it down to you a little bit. Okay. All right. So with a W-2 person is a person that's employed, payroll, issue company. So, meaning I'm going to take the taxes out for you. You work for me. I pay you a weekly or bi-weekly or a monthly or whatever we have as far as contract wage, and you're all taken care of. For my 1099, that's more for self-employed, and that's more for independent contractors. So now I'm telling the government that I want all my money up front. So if my job was $35,000, you're going to pay me my full $35,000 up front, and at the end of the year, I'll be responsible to pay my taxes out. So that's the difference between a W-2 and a 1099 employee.
Okay, so let's say a person is a W-2 employee, right? Can they ask their job to switch them to a 1099 employee?
No.
They can't do that?
No. It has to be up to that job.
Okay.
They can't do that. The job has to say, okay, you know what, we're no longer issuing W-2s. We're going to switch and do everybody 1099. Like my people who work for me, they're 1099. They're independent contractors. So I issue them a 1099 at the end of the year.
So why do you go the 1099 route instead of W-2?
Because they want their money up front.
Is that a better way, like in terms of having a business?
You get taxed more.
So you get taxed more on So you get taxed more on the 1099?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so why would somebody want to go the 1099 route if they get taxed more then?
Just depends. The preference.
Okay.
The company preference. Maybe they don't want to put people on payroll. Maybe they don't want to have all those, got to issue all these W-2s or pay a payroll company to do this or different things of that nature, which is probably easier just to file a 1099. So it just all depends on that person.
Okay.
But that company can decide one day that they don't want to do, or they can have a perfect mixture like where I'm getting ready to go now. When I'm getting ready to open up my other office, I'm going to have a mixture of W-2 and 1099. Because now I'm going to have my receptionist not going to be 1099, right? She got to be hourly to answer those phones, right? So it's going to be a mixture of balances on what is, preferred. But again, it's up to that company.
Okay. So who filing your taxes?
Me.
Okay. Okay. So you don't have nobody else helping you with that? You already know how to do it to make sure you get what you need to get. Okay, because I always wondered that. I'm like, okay, the person who
some
owns
people do. Some people will go to somebody else different and use somebody else because sometimes you want another opinion.
Another eye to oversee.
Not sound cocky or arrogant, but why would I go pay somebody else to do what I do?
No,
So what I do before I get too busy with everybody else is I do my taxes first. So in the beginning of the year, I done already issued my team their 1099s. I done already balanced my books. I already know how much I got to do. I already know what it is. And then I have all my stuff in by a certain time.
Okay.
So I kind of just focus on my stuff first, and then I'm able to do my clients. So I take time with my stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got to. You the boss.
Yeah.
So what kind of things you writing off, though? We want to know.
Okay. Of course, I'm writing off mileage. So, like this, even coming here is work related.
Damn.
Right.
She getting paid coming here.
Gas.
All right.
I'm writing off utilities. Because you got to remember, as a business, I could do, phone, electric, water bill, different things of that nature. That's
in your office. You're not talking about your new crib.
No, not the new crib. In the office.
Okay.
In the office, of course. You can write off cars. So, you
can write off your car.
If it's business wise.
Okay. But how would they know if it's business wise?
Because you'll put it in your business name.
Flexing.
Put it in your business name.
Okay, your business name. Okay.
And you use that car specifically only for businesses. And this is the reason why some people who, like, say, for instance, if you like luxury vehicles and you are one of those people who have to flex for your clients, that's why some of them lease the vehicles. Because that way you get more value. You get to write off your gas, your tolls, the parking, everything.
Really, the tolls?
Leasing, yeah.
Wow, you can write off tolls?
When it comes business related, yes.
Wow. So what if you're like a new LLC? Can you file taxes even as a new LLC owner?
Yeah, you can still file taxes as a new LLC owner.
Really? How does that process work?
All right. So basically what happens is, say, for instance, if you develop your LLC, just giving you an example, this is May, right? So May 2023, you develop your LLC. So between your income, what you made from May when your business was officially up and going, your EIN is up and going, you got your your LLC, you got your business bank account, you got your funds going through those. So anything that's open from May to December, now that's your income. So just give you an example, you made $500 the whole time when you just started the business.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you're filing for the following year.
So I made $500 and I'm filing. What am I getting back? Nothing. So why am I filing?
Because you gotta know how much you made. You gotta be able to see your profit and your loss in your business.
Oh, demand them.
Yeah.
They gotta see.
Yeah, they gotta see.
Oh, okay.
The IRS. It's not really necessarily you.
Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily you getting anything back.
Yes. They just want to see what you're doing.
You got to report.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you got to report. So if I made $100,000 all year, I'm gonna plug that in. Average taxes on $100,000 is about $20,000-$30,000, right? Okay. So now that $20,000-$30,000 that I owe, how much of that can I write off? Okay, well, I use $5,000 for gas because I have my receipts or bank statements. I use $6,500 in utilities. Okay, that was gas, water, everything, right? And I might have used this. Okay, so now that's left me with only owing, just give me an example, $8,000 by the time I'm get done, because now I can tell the IRS, yes, I have receipts, and these is what I used.
Okay, so that's the game. They need to monitor.
Right, okay. Exactly. They need to monitor exactly what's going on. They're nosy. Right? So it's just kind of like everybody want to know, okay, so back to what you were saying with the federal tax, just going to back it up a little bit. Okay. So when we talk about federal taxes and they say, why we're paying federal taxes, it's not only just the total amount of taxes between the wages, tips, and compensation, but it's also to help fund, your federal, your local, your police, your highway system, your justice system. And it also states in the United States Constitution in Article 1, Section 8, that Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes to pay off debts and defense and general welfare. So when you're signing up for a job, it's in the Constitution that you have rights to pay those taxes.
Wow. We ain't reading none of that.
No, you don't.
So what about Social Security taxes?
And Social Security taxes, same thing. They use our money to pay out the retirement.
But I heard we probably won't even get that once we hit the Social Security age.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And they still but this is how they use it, and this is how they,
That's how things are going.
That's how things are going.
Okay. So what's capital gains tax?
Okay.
I was looking at that recently.
Capital gains. Okay. So capital gains is kind of like, let me just kind of go to, because I want to break it down with you guys.
No, of course. We want to be thorough. We don't want you just, freestyling.
We don't need nobody come back and saying
like, nah, that ain't what that means. She don't know what she talking about. So we going to pull up the laws here.
Exactly.
So you ain't got to fact check.
So exactly. Capital gains tax is just taxes that you gain or profit that you gain off of property.
Okay, so like the real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So do you work with a lot of real estate investors or real?
I do.
Okay, so how's that session looking like?
Fun. It's a lot of numbers.
Fun.
It's a lot of numbers.
Okay.
But it's good.
Right. I'm sure. I heard you say something about like your car you can use like when you're a business owner, right? Is it more beneficial to lease or buy a car when it comes to like tax benefits?
Leasing.
Really? Why so?
Leasing. Because you got to remember, like I said, when you lease, and it's only for you would say your entrepreneurs or self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
If you are your regular W-2 wage employer,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you buy or lease.
Okay.
Same benefits, right? But this is more set up for your average entrepreneur or the person who's self-employed. So that would be able to get you, like I said, the things like the parking fees, the tolls, the gas, the repairs, the oil, the insurance, different things you do for your vehicle.
Hold on, you can write off your insurance? What?
On a lease vehicle.
Oh, okay, so I can't buy it from the auction.
Business. No.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I reiterate that because we know people take things.
No, because I'm like, yo.
Only if if it's work related, meaning you lease that car in either your business name.
So you got to lease the car and then put it in the business name. You can't get it from the auction and put it in your business name?
No. I mean, you can.
But you can't. You're not going to get the same type of benefit.
You're not going to get the same type of benefits.
Oh, see, they so slick. Because, I'm not going to front. I do understand it's a different mindset. I've always been used to getting my cars from the auction.
Yeah.
Because, I ain't want to pay no monthly payments.
Yeah, like me, buy cash.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I do know there's a different type of mindset when it comes to leasing cars. You don't got to deal with the maintenance and different things
none
like
of that.
that.
And then you got to remember with leasing, too, you only get a certain amount of miles. So say, for instance, you lease the car for 2 years, you get 10,000 miles. Just give me an example. That means you literally can only really use it work-related.
You can just go to Publix.
Right. You can't use it to go lollygag with.
That's all I'm saying. But what if you got a business event or mastermind that's in Jacksonville or Orlando?
Better catch a flight, which is actually tax write-off.
Really?
Rent a car, which is part of travel.
So you can write off the flights.
And you can write off your hotel. So if you are still traveling for business, you can still write off things. So you might not be able to drive your own physical lease or bought car there.
Yeah.
But you can still give yourself credit. A lot of my travel nurses do. I have a lot of my travel nurses who travel all throughout the year to different states.
Okay.
They want credit. I'm buying uniforms. I'm buying this out of pocket. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. The job's not funding everything for them to travel.
Yeah. But okay, I might be a little bit slow.
No, you're not slow.
When you say like credit, right? Does that mean they're getting that money back?
No. They're just getting credit for being able to.
Explain that, because
All
every time I heard that, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, it's all right.
It could be possibly that they can get some back because it's going to drop the income. See, a lot of people, let me,
please.
Layman's term. All right. So if I go in and I make $68,000 for the entire year, right?
Yes.
Out of $68,000, 15,000 of that was expenses. So now I'm no longer making that $68,000 because $15,000 I already put back into either the business, myself, or whatever else it is back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I done dropped my income from $68,000 minus that $15,000 to give myself credit for those. So say, for instance, if you was supposed to owe,
oh,
right?
Okay.
And now we done went and gave you credit for all these things that you can get, these tax credits and these deductions for everything you can get. Like
so all that's good.
Now that's all
it's
good.
Kinda like for the free.
Now it's reversed to make it to like more of a positive.
Oh, okay. Now it's hitting.
Right. But you gotta remember now, if you go try to buy that home, and they want to know you made $68,000, but $15,000 is gone on write-offs. What happened to it? So now you got to prove to the underwriting team why that money's gone. So it could be a perk and it could be a downfall too.
Yeah.
So it just depends on which one. But yes, that's how you get the money back if you do. So say, for instance, we made $68,000 again, but you didn't take enough taxes out because your W-4 form, you decided to put one, claim yourself, claim the kids and everything else. So you're not taking the correct amount of taxes out. You ever had that one person who made $60,000 all year and 0 taxes was taken out because they went either tax exempt or whatever the case might be?
Going exempt, yeah.
So now that person supposed to owe $3,000. Just give me an example. Okay, at the end of the year, you're supposed to owe $3,000 because you're taking enough taxes out. Okay, instead of making you owe $3,000, now I'm going to sit here and give you credit. Okay, hey, did you drive to work? I did. How much you spend in gas? Oh, about maybe an average $100, every 2 weeks. All right, now I'm gonna times that by 12 and give you credit for that. So now I'm gonna try to work you out of owing.
Okay, so when they say the credit is working out of owing,
yes.
Not that they gonna give you that money back.
No.
Okay.
Even if you go on there and you claim, charity donations and stuff like that, it's just giving you, just tax break deductions.
Yeah, you ain't gotta pay.
Right. You ain't gotta pay on it. It's not really giving you anything back. Just like when you file your 1098 mortgage form. Yeah. Everybody think, you're getting all this money back because you filing the mortgage form. No, it's a tax break. The government is giving you a tax break because you're a homeowner. Yeah. The government's now giving you a tax break because you gave that church $1,500 for the year.
Okay.
So it's just giving you a tax break. It's not that you're getting the money back. And I think a lot of people.
Yeah, I was confused on that. I'm like, okay, I'm getting that bread back. No, like, hey. No. Okay. See, she's dropping masterminds on us here.
There's no way.
Now.
It's just like if you, buy a meal, okay, I can claim up to 50% back on that meal. So if my meal was $10, $5 I can get back or credit for. Not get back money-wise, but get credit for on my taxes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so it's starting to sink in a bit. Yeah. Like I said, I think it's just the language of being an employee for so long and then transitioning. Sometimes you ain't really catch up to speed.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so you're a homeowner, right? Anything are you able to use? Are you using any parts of the home as for your business? Is you writing off anything?
I am. When I don't want to go in the office, I do have my own home office set up.
Okay.
So I do. Sometimes my close VIP clients will have access to come to my home.
Really? Mm-hmm. Come to the crib, to the acres.
Yes, I do have close VIP people that actually, they have my certain client. Like when I mean VIP, meaning like not saying they're better than anybody else. I mean, they might have been with me for a long time, or we just have that type of history or different things of that nature. I also have my personal numbers. I have 2 phones.
I got 2 phones. She said I got 2 phones.
I got 2 phones.
I mean, you have to, right, in terms of your business and things
because
like that.
Because if I don't, my clients, oh my gosh, they will never let me sleep.
No, I feel you.
Trust me.
That's why you wasn't answering my texts, huh? I'm like, where this girl at? Like, Happy Mother's Day.
I just went out the grid, right?
Hey, I'm like, I had to check. I had to Google. I'm like, yo, is she still here? Like, what the hell going on? Like, hey, flexing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me ask you another question, right? Because you always hear people say, hey, you could hire your kids and things like that. Have you seen this strategy work for any of your clients, or are you doing that?
Okay, so let me explain to you how that works.
Okay.
All right. It's a couple things people say. Oh, I give my kids a weekly allowance. Can I write that off? You cannot. That's a gift. You unfortunately cannot write off gifts. Mm-hmm. So if I know you come to my house every week,
okay,
you're my son.
Mm-hmm.
Every week you come and you cut the grass.
Mm-hmm.
$50 every week. You can't write that off. My kid, right?
So it's an allowance.
It's just an allowance, right?
Okay.
But what we can do is you can hire your child and make them legitimate work, right? But not overcompensate them, and you have to keep very good records of W-2s, very good records of payroll, because the IRS can't come in and audit you anytime, especially when you got your kids on payroll.
So you got to put them on W-2.
Right? No. Just keep.
Oh, okay, keep everything in order,
right.
What I'm saying, keep your
But they
receipts.
would definitely be W-2. They would never be 1099, because especially if your kids are under 18, they can't.
Oh, okay, they can't be no contractors.
Yes,
okay. They can't be slaves.
Exactly, they can't be right. So they would definitely have to be W-2.
Okay.
But what a lot of people don't know, and I'm gonna give you a quick little tax tip. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you want to put your child on payroll and pay them no more than $12,000 a year, do you not know that's not only a way to help them earn money to start tuition and business or whatever the case might be? Do you not know that you do not have to pay taxes on that, and you can actually deduct that on your wages and your business taxes?
Really? No, I didn't. I mean, I was hearing something about that, but that's why I said let me ask.
It's taxable business income, anything $12,000 or less for your child. And remember, that's for the whole year. Anything more than that, you will have to issue a W-2. Okay. And you got to remember, if your child is under 18, you still have to follow labor laws. Meaning, if they're working a shift, you have to give them the same breaks.
Can't slave them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So you can put your kids on payroll.
Okay.
But it's levels to it.
Levels to it.
Okay.
Because I always
so just
see
be
it.
mindful.
Okay.
But free game, everybody, from a CPA, you can put your under 18-year-olds, so if they're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, on payroll, up to $12,000 a year, tax-free. Write it off. Business taxable income under wages for yourself.
Okay. Well, what kind of work would you make like your kids do in your business?
Like they can come and clean the office.
Okay.
They can come and, do data entry. They can come do legal, legitimate stuff around the office. And you cannot overcompensate them.
Yeah.
Meaning you can't play favoritism. So if I have Johnny coming in with little Mike every week, I cannot pay little Mike more money because that's my son.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to keep tight records just in case.
Okay. All right. So that's good. Hey, y'all parents, y'all better go ahead and write all this stuff down. So what business entity would be better to have for tax purposes?
Okay. So we kind of touched bases on this a little bit last time. I remember I kind of got some feedback, but
sorry,
we didn't
you probably
really
went on my head again.
No. We touched bases on it, but I didn't get in full detail with it.
Okay.
All right. So it depends on what works for you. Okay. So you have your partnership. Anybody know partnership means you have partners. So you can have 4, 6, 7, 8 partners, 2 partners. It don't make a difference. You have your LLC, which is your limited liability company. You have your S Corp, or your corporations, and then you have your sole proprietorships, right? Your sole proprietorships are okay if you just plan on being just yourself, like a little independent contractor, not really trying to go a whole bunch of business, but you want to open up that business account to have, track certain expenses, and you want to be able to file for that EIN number, so that way you can go do certain things.
So you still got to file as a sole proprietor? Okay, all right.
And you can file with your state legally as a sole proprietor as well.
Okay.
And you can file even with your EIN, you can file sole proprietorship by itself as well. Okay. So you have your sole proprietorship, then you have your limited liability company, which a lot of people do, which is your LLC. Your LLC is just to protect you, for nobody cannot sue you for who you are in your name. So you go license your business, right? So just for instance, just giving you an example, even though I know it's not the name of your talk show, but just to give you an example.
No,
but Mr. Williams Podcast, right? That's my show. Okay. I don't want nobody to come and sue me, so I'm going to go get that LLC to protect my name. So now they can also just come after just my business. That normally works. You can have multiple members in the LLC, but it normally works when it's just like a one-person game, or, one person, maybe a second person. You're not really, Then, of course, you have your corporations, which we talked about before. A little bit. Your corporations are better tax bracket wise, because you can also write off certain things under corporations you can't do for LLCs. And then you can take what you didn't claim for business income on your corporation. Okay. So say, for instance, if I made $100,000 the whole entire year, but only $30,000 really was to me, now I could take it, say $30,000 was mine, and file it personal. Because you got to remember, S Corp you cannot put on your personal taxes. Yeah. Only if you do a Schedule C, which is your normal 1040, your normal LLC. So when you have your corporations and they do their taxes separate from personal taxes, now you have the benefit of both. Hey. So it's just a little different. So I can't say which entity would be the best or what I could recommend. I would say definitely consult either your CPA or, if you got somebody who,
consult
your lawyer, or whatever. I'm a CPA. But consult and just kind of see what is the best. Just like when I was telling everybody, if you make $180,000 to $100,000 as an LLC, you might want to switch to an S Corp, depending on your tax situation. So a lot of people, it's just more go sit down and talk and figure out which one is the best entity for you. But, most people starts off with the LLC, which is an excellent idea.
Okay. And you offer those services at your business?
Yes, we
do. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I see a lot of people stay at their jobs for the benefits and things like that, health insurance, life insurance. What kind of benefits do you get as an entrepreneur?
Freedom.
Hey,
to be
let
me tell you, to
she
be
just came
honest
back
with
from a
you.
yard,
Look, No, to be honest with you, let me tell you the reason why entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Self-employment is not for everybody. We need those doctors. We need those nurses. We need those lawyers. We need those people that flip those burgers at Wendy's. We need all of that, right? We need those people. So
flip those burgers at Wendy's.
No, we need them. We need them. We gotta have if everybody was entrepreneurs, then we want to have a balance in the society.
Yeah.
Right? So, but not everybody's able to handle entrepreneurship and self-employment where it comes. So,
no, you're right.
I feel like you have to do what's best for you. Because entrepreneurship is not easy. Being self-employed, not easy. Working for somebody, not easy neither, right? Because guess what? When you work for somebody, you got to be punctual. You got to report. You got to be on time. If you don't, you fire tomorrow and replace the next day, right?
Bye-bye.
So, right. So, but the benefits of being an entrepreneur, I'm not going to lie, like the freedom. Like I might work hard for 6-7 months and I could take a little couple week breeze or, when I want to.
But the last time you was here, I saw you had braces. Now your teeth looking like, how you get that happen? You got health insurance? Like, what up?
Okay, I do have health insurance.
How you get that? Like, not being at a job?
Oh, you just have to go and unfortunately pay a higher premium.
Okay.
Much higher premium.
So you can still get like health insurance, all of that stuff without being at a.
You can still purchase 401k HSA. You can still
really.
Yes,
you get HSA.
Yeah, you don't have to be at a job to get those things. It's just all about being knowledgeable.
Okay. Flexing out here. I mean, because people think, this is why people stay at jobs, because they feel like, I got the 401k, the Roth IRA.
No, but do you not know that HSA, FSA, 401k accounts, they're all qualified business expenses right off as well? So
what?
Even as you're yes.
So you could write off your 401k?
You heard it from me.
Get the hell.
And it's
come on, dog.
IRS.gov and read. There's a lot of articles, but you can't tell me I don't know that.
That's crazy. I would never, because those are the things that they use on how they get people to stay employees.
But you can go get your own too.
Wow. Okay. So when do you think an entrepreneur should start like tracking their expenses and things like that?
From day one.
From day one? Even if they're not making no money,
Even
like
if you're not making no money, to get yourself set, your mindset ready.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you jump into business and say, for instance, you don't know, maybe the first month you actually open it, it's banging. Woo! You done made money that you didn't realize you was going to make, but you never was ready.
Yeah.
So always consult with a CPA and an attorney for a business, always. So from the first day you start your business, you want to keep up with your expenses. Even if it's nothing but starting a QuickBooks, even if it's nothing but just consulting your person who maybe you may not be able to afford a CPA monthly, because we do charge monthly for those services.
Hey.
Yes. But you might just say, hey, you know what? Maybe I can't, but can you show me a consultation like I do? I do consultation with some of my clients. They may pay me $100, $250, and I show them how to use QuickBooks to do their own login expenses and, manage their different, financial tips.
So QuickBooks is one of the platforms that you could use to kind of like track your books and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other ones? Because I think I heard QuickBooks.
Yes, a couple of other ones, but me personally, QuickBooks, I actually like it better.
Okay.
Because not only do you get to log in your expenses, but it also shoots out the end of the year, your P&L without you having to do it.
P&L? What's the?
Oh, yeah, your profit and loss statement.
Okay. Profit and loss statement.
Which is amazing.
We got to break it down for the people.
Yeah.
Okay. P&L. Right.
Yes.
Are you using P&Ls when you're doing like your taxes and stuff?
No. Okay, so
not your taxes, but like if a business owner comes in, do you have to use
because you want to see what you made monthly, weekly. You want to see your profit and loss. That's important. Okay. Now you're going to show your CPA. You're going to show whoever your accountant is at the end of the year. What you're doing on every month. That way they can determine, hey, you might got too much money going out, or you about to be on the verge of being broke. If you spend one more dollar, you know what I mean? This might not go, or you might want to tighten up on this. So yes, you do want to use it to not file your taxes, but definitely keep tight records. So if the IRS ever comes out of you, you have your P&Ls on what money you made, how you know you made it, X, Y, and Z.
Okay. Is that audit like a bad thing? Like how often have you seen that happen with your clients?
Let's see. I think since I've been doing taxes, I only ever had 4 of my clients get audited. Not because nothing that I did, but a random audit. So a lot of people don't think that you can get, it's the tax professional who did something to get me audited. No.
Yeah.
One of my clients been claiming his kids is 14 and 16, and they just randomly audited him last year. Oh, we need you to send us proof of them kids.
Okay.
Why they randomly did it? We don't know. Was I able to assist them into doing it? Yes. Okay, let's go give me the birth certificates. Go get the school records. Go get this. Go get that. Da 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 da. We'll submit it. Everything's cool. So it's just randomly. It doesn't mean that something's wrong.
Okay.
But you're in the highest risk of being audited in the first 3 years.
Okay.
So in the first 3 years, so you could do something right now. So all those people who out here doing those Schedule H's and getting all these $20,000-$30,000 refunds back that they're not supposed to get, be prepared to get audited because I can 100% tell you.
Hold on, you said
coming
Schedule H's. What is that?
Whew. All right, so a Schedule H is something that you can attach to your tax return as a self-employed or a business owner, and you can, edit the expense.
Okay, she ain't okay. All right, okay. You don't want to put nobody out there.
Yeah, we don't want to get nobody out there.
So you're saying it's something that if it's not valid,
it's not valid.
You can get strung up.
Yeah. There's somebody who hit me up the other day and was like, they called me and said, yeah, so I had a lady do my taxes last year, but she's not doing taxes no more. I wonder why. She got me back $40,000 last year.
Yeah, because yeah, 40 bands.
Can you do that? I said, no, sir. We don't do that over here.
Yeah.
And he was a little upset. You could tell in his like, why you don't do that? Better go on.
He ain't trying to get locked up. He ain't trying to be on trial.
No, because the thing is, IRS will release the money to you.
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna give it to you. They gonna give it to you.
They gonna give it to you.
They gonna give it to you. And they're gonna set your little self right on up.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be wondering why you owe the government $40,000 later.
Yeah.
And then with taxes and penalties for lying, so now you done made that $40,000 go to $50,000. And then now, you at risk if you don't pay that back, to where if you own anything, car, house, bank account, whatever, they swiping it.
Damn. I don't know. I mean, if you do it smart, what was that dude again from Pretty Ricky? No, he did the PPP.
Yeah, he did the PPP.
Cause I swear he only did like 5 months. And got out. I'm like, he out already?
Yeah, it's a white collar crime.
I'm like, hey, but I'm not telling nobody to do that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, everybody was doing a little PPP back then.
Okay, so like.
He just went extreme with it though. That $1 million
like,
was
come on, bro. Like, you went all the way to the next level.
He went to the next level with it, but he's not doing nothing that I said in the last podcast.
Yeah.
No offense, and again, we might be offending somebody, but that's what the white men do.
Yeah. It is what it is.
They just protect each other.
No, you're right. Nepotism at its highest.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep it real. And we, as Black community, we are the highest risk of being audited versus any other race.
Yeah.
Why? Who knows? But low income people are the highest risk of being audited.
Really? And they be the high income that's probably be doing the most crimes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, we already know what it is.
We know what it is, though.
This is America.
Yeah.
So, how much education are you investing in to stay on top of your game with all these new laws? Because I heard the tax code is like
changing. Yes.
Yeah, like
so
rapidly.
I do once a year where I go once a weekend, either it's local or out of town, and I do a continuing education class, and I pay $400 for it.
Okay.
And it's for CPAs and tax professionals to get updated with laws, and then that also keeps you registered on IRS.gov, so that way your clients can go in there and see that you're actually, you're there. So every year I do a weekend class.
Okay, so you staying on top of
I stay on top of my, so I know exactly what's going on. So I knew about the different laws and changes, and I started advertising from them like September last year. So when everybody was shocked this year, the child tax credit is not the same. My clients knew. I already informed them. Yeah. Because you just, just about staying on top of your stuff. Okay. Once you know things, people feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
When you don't know stuff, people feel a little bit hesitant. And I want to keep you for business, right? Yeah. So I want you to know that I know my stuff.
No, facts. And if you don't know something, at least it's better to be transparent and say, hey, I'll get the answer to you. Because sometimes we don't know everything, but it is good to know that you're always keeping refreshing your knowledge, and you ain't just out here winging it like, oh, okay, yeah, how much? No. Got
to refresh your knowledge. You got to keep yourself, because from 2015 when I graduated college to 2023, how much stuff to change since then?
No, exactly. Things are changing
so
rapidly.
We don't keep it. It's not required, but I always tell people, why not?
Oh, really? It's not required? It's not required?
No, it's CPAs, but for tax professionals, not. Let me.
Okay, for tax. But okay, so
up.
explain that difference between someone like a tax preparer versus like a CPA tax professional.
Okay. All right. So your tax preparer is somebody who I could train you to do taxes. You could take my class. I charge $500. You take a 1 month class, and I teach you the ins and outs on how to do a basic 1040, a basic Schedule C, and also some other things as far as with taxes, right? So that's your tax preparer. That's all they do is the first 4 months of the year, January through April, and of course, I'm going to clear up some things in just a second. That's all they do. They just do taxes.
Just putting it in the numbers.
Put in the numbers. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have your certified public accountant, which is myself, who went to school, have a degree in finance and accounting and a minor in business. Let me talk my stuff.
Oh, hey.
And graduated with honors. Okay.
Okay. Honors.
Yes. And we do more than just taxes. So you hear taxes, but we also do things like financial planning, keeping up with your books, account managing, payroll services. So we're able to do other financial aspects of things besides just taxes.
Okay. So what was your payout looking this year from the taxes?
In 4 months, and I could pull it up on record, I actually made $701,000.
What the book?
Oh,
701,000.
We're gonna be putting this on.
And she's single, y'all. Hey.
So since we're gonna be putting
Is that after taxes or before?
Before taxes.
Okay.
After taxes and everything, I'm still bringing over $500,000.
Damn. Mommy looking good too, ain't she?
Hush.
She pulling up receipts for us.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling up receipts. Sorry.
So what's the difference between the tax preparer and the CPA?
Make more money.
All
right.
Empress Tax Service.
So, that way I don't have myself in the thing. But this is how much I made in 5 months.
5 months? What the That's crazy. But
so you
congratulations.
See for yourself? Thank you.
Yes, that is so awesome. It is lovely to see a queen winning out here.
Thank you.
But this has been so awesome. Part 2,
Part two.
Yes.
Part 2. Part 3 next year.
Yeah.
Or later this year, we're going to get y'all ready.
Yes, part 3 going to be in the office.
Yes.
We're gonna be
Part
going
3
to the
going to be in
office.
office. He's actually going to come see me and do some work with me, right?
Yes. I'm going to be doing some work with you. So we're going to be having part 3 in the office. Y'all going to be seeing it live and up front. But let everybody know where they can find you at once again.
All right. So, again, my name is Bria Harris. I am CEO and founder of Empress Tax Service, and that's Empress, IMPRESS, because we're different over here, okay?
Hey.
Leave you impressed and impressed. All right.
We like that.
Yes. You can find me. I'm located at 7411 Northwest 57th Street in Tamarack, Florida. We also offer virtual appointments, so meaning I have clients in other states as well, and literally all 50 states, and have receipts for that as well. So we also could assist. So even if you're not local, we can do, appointments by Zoom or things of that nature to be able to assist you with your financials, even out of the state of Florida.
Okay, man. It was lovely to have you on, Queen.
Yeah.
Always. And we definitely
And you can always go follow me at Empress Tax Service 19 on social media on Instagram, and Empress Tax Service 19 also on Facebook, and Empress Tax Service on Twitter.
Okay. Y'all heard what she said. Make sure y'all go follow the Queen, Empress Tax Services. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I talk great, and we out of here. Yeah.